Hi guys, it's about 10 minutes after 10 right now. Well, intense tornadoes this evening out into portions of Kansas and into portions of Oklahoma. I want to show you a picture first. Look at this. Two tornadoes from the same thunderstorm. Absolutely intense here. Violent tornadoes out there tonight. Just to give you an idea of what's going on, let's zoom on into Kansas where there's a tornado watch. Here's some of the tornado warnings out there. Tornado warning for Lincoln County in Kansas. And then there's a tornado warning for Marion County in Kansas. This is just all intense weather. These tornado watches are out till 2 a.m. Central Daylight Time. That's 3 a.m. Eastern Time. Severe thunderstorms, hail, damage and winds, all of these sorts of things. There's a tornado watch and a severe thunderstorm watch into portions of Iowa. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time, this severe thunderstorm watch. So that's, of course, what's going on here. Nasty stuff. And then, in the meantime, there's snow out into portions of the Four Corners regions. Alright. Let's talk a little bit about this here, showing you what's going on. Winter storm warnings. Many regions seeing a nice 6 to 12 inches. The snow levels will be lowering to about 7,000 feet. So if you live below 7,000 feet, how about no snow? Winter weather advisories into many other areas, 4 to 10 inches, with the heaviest amounts above 9,500 feet. So it's going to be an intense snow event here, showing you the weather story here. This is that low. This is this was this morning. This is tonight. This is tomorrow morning. In the meantime, the storms will be firing up into this area, 6 to 12 inches of snow. With isolated higher amounts. So that's, of course, what's going on out there out into the western portions of the country. Then we go to other areas. Really nothing much here. There are some windy conditions going on down here into the southern portions of well, not southern portions, but how about all of Arkansas, and then going into portions of Texas and northern Louisiana. There are some wind advisories. And then we have a warming situation out east. But this warming situation will only last tomorrow and Tuesday. Okay, we did have a little bit of a warm day today, but it was only into the upper 60s. Tomorrow will be into the upper 70s. Monday will be around 90. Many locations, and then Tuesday we're talking about the 70s again, with some 80s into the Boston area and into some other locations. Other than that, nothing major is really going on other than the storm. Really, the storm is the highlight of the weather. After that, there could be some pretty interesting stuff that happens for the east. Okay, it will really transition from the Midwest, getting the more active weather, to the east. All right, and that transition will really happen towards the end of next week, with the NAO and the AO dropping. This means more active to the east, and also what that means is if you live in this area of the West, it's going to be hot. All right, it's going to be hot, and I don't know if the National Weather Service is already starting to indicate this into these regions, but I will generally show you here if I can see. By next Saturday, it'll be 46 into some of these regions that are getting snows. All right, and actually you can already see the 40s will be into the forecast by Monday, In the meantime, tomorrow will be into the 30s. So you can sort of already see the warm-up going on. Let me go into Denver. That might give us a better understanding of how warm it just might get. You can see those 70s into the forecast by Tuesday and Wednesday. By the end of next week, by Saturday, how about close to 80 degrees? By next Sunday, we could be potentially talking about those upper 80s. We could be potentially talking about the 70s to around 80 degrees. So that's essentially what's going on here. And so those tornadoes and everything will be continuing into the Midwest. And that will be a massive situation here. This is essentially the scenario for tomorrow. You can see those thunderstorms really ahead of the front. And that's just absolutely nasty weather here. This is by Monday. You can see those thunderstorms really into the Missouri area, going down into Arkansas and then Texas. Now, at the same time, there is a developing snow situation into portions of Minnesota. That could be kind of interesting. Now let's head back to the National Weather Service and kind of show you what's going to be happening here. This is let's work our way up into this portion of the country, northern Minnesota. Okay, that could be an interesting region of the country here, as that region will be the next eyeballed region for snow. If we can get it up here, but in any case, that could be fairly fun to track here. And then after that, that moves out. There's the storm that moves into the eastern portions of the country. And then, of course, there's the trough. And then by that time, according to this at least, there could be a pretty deep trough. And then this is a potential front that could be setting itself out. And that will be marching its way towards the east by next Friday. So now we're up here into portions of Minnesota, and let's kind of track it for you. There's that chance of snow that I'm talking about. That's Sunday night, Monday, chance of some snow. Tuesday night, there's a chance of some snow, and Wednesday night. So that's, of course, what we'll be tracking out there for you. This is the GFS. Okay, this is a GFS, and essentially showing you this is more longer range. You can kind of see there's the look at this monster event here. I was about to say monster snowstorm, but this is not a snowstorm. It's just a monster storm here. You got the warm air ahead of this thing. You got the cool air behind it. It's just essentially causing massive things here. You can see there's those nasty thunderstorms, and really Monday is really really catching my eye here. You can see there could be some pretty, like I said, interesting snows up towards International Falls, Ely, Minnesota, which is here. We'll be getting some pretty interesting stuff. Let me bring that back here. Yeah, so that moves off to the east. That could potentially do a little bit of stuff into portions of New York and Vermont. There's a nice little front. That front could be moving through and cooling down the east by the end of the week. In the meantime, a storm develops in Illinois, Missouri, and Arkansas, giving them some nice chance of some rain and storms. In the meantime, a potential snow event into Chicago through southern portions of Michigan and Wisconsin, and also maybe some snow back up in here into portions of Minnesota. That works its way east. It strengthens. This would be a massive event here out into those regions. We would be talking about a nice chance of some snow into portions of New York. Pennsylvania, we'd be talking about the rain, but I am more focused on New England and pretty much New England. Northern portions of Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York. It could be a fun area to track. In the meantime, here is that ridge that I was talking about for people out west. It'll be very hot into this region, very much warming. Into this region, it would be kind of around average, because really the cooler air is kind of dipping down like that. So it's really towards the south that we could be around average. This region, though, is really where the more intense rain, or not rain, the more intense heat will be going on. And of course, you can see that storm exits and works its way north. And actually, what it actually does is it kind of keeps a block. What it does is it blocks the warm air from coming in. You can kind of see it just packs itself up into Nova Scotia, and it essentially allows this cool air to not retrograde to the north. And with that being said, you can kind of see it kind of really makes a circle. The cooler air is really gonna be just stuck in New England, Pennsylvania, New York. That's really where the cooler weather will be. Maybe way extreme northern portions of Oregon, but you can see most of the country just warm. But then you can see there could be another system that comes through, and then there could be another rain event for the east, which is very well needed at this point. So that's what's going on here. Generally, interesting weather out there tonight. Be very careful. There's been some tornadoes. There will continue to be tornadoes through 2 a.m. tonight. But other than that, nothing much. I will be updating my page over the next few days. I will be monitoring that situation up north. So so just make sure you stay tuned, and I will be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow. I will be back Wednesday with another update. Have a great one.